One. All right. So, hey, Stanley.
Hey, Steven. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. Doing all right. There's a lot of great news that's came out today. And Wing Zero.
Wing Zero?
Yeah. Sunny doesn't really know what news came out, but she's going to join me for today to just kind of talk and chat about this stuff with you. Because, man,
I'm done with my game.
Oh. Sunny's playing the Gundam game right now.
Oh. So she's just looking at everything.
Yeah. I mean, she really likes the Wing Zero. So she
correction. Is it Wing Zero, the Endless Waltz one, or like TV Wing Zero? I think we need to
Oh, Endless Waltz.
Got it. Okay.
Endless Waltz all the way. All the way. And actually, since there's no reason for me to really show my face on here, I am going to stop my video. And let's see here. I'm probably going to change my little thing. If I can. I probably can't. Oh, well, it's fine. But yeah, dude, there's so much news that came out. And I don't think Sunny even knows like all the crazy things that just came out.
I guess she'll be watching and listening as we talk about them all. Pretty
much. Dude, all right. Man, so this was all the stuff we couldn't talk about, huh?
What just happened?
Oh.
Yeah, there's quite a bit on here that I was aware of, but there's quite a few things that also I was not aware of that completely caught me off guard.
So what were the things that caught you off guard?
One of the things that caught me completely off guard easily was the new Ibo Kit announcement. That one was a big surprise for me.
Man, are you super excited or what?
I am. I mean, honestly, this really makes me hope that Bandai will actually go fulfill a lot of people's dreams for IBO, like a Calamity War era. And, you know, everyone can see all 72 of the Gundam frames. I think that's something a lot of people would clamor for. So this kind of makes me smile a bit.
This Gremory is from Gecko, right?
Yeah, it's from the side story.
Okay. Do you know if the side story includes Calamity War stuff?
I don't think they include anything specific from the Calamity War. The only ones I'm aware of that they included, like the Gundam frames from the Calamity War would be Gremory, the Dantalion, Astaroth, the Voal, and I think apparently there's one more, but I don't know. But I've never seen like a picture of it outside of like just like mentions and stuff.
Okay.
I should just go to the Gundam Wiki and look it up.
Yeah, actually, I'm pulling up the pictures from. Let's see here for 2021 stuff, because today was crazy, man. Like,
I was at work when everything was like being talked about. It was pretty wild.
Yeah, no, man. Like my whole feed just blew up today with all of this news. Like I just couldn't escape it, so I just decided to stay home.
I mean, I've been honestly staying off of Facebook too, because there's like spoilers for the battle log episode for Build Divers popping up, and I'm like, nope.
Really?
There's a battle log episode airing tomorrow. It already aired in Japan, so that's why spoilers are popping up.
Really? I need to spoil this for myself now.
Don't spoil it, dude. It's from what I've seen that I can say. It's a battle royale. It's actually like, you know, Gundams from other universes actually fighting against each other. It was like a fan vote kind of thing. So like people got to vote who gets to like which sheets will fight. So yeah.
Interesting. That's kind of cool. Well, I'm guessing it'll drop on Gundam Info sometime.
Yeah, there's a on YouTube right now. There's a waiting room to get in to watch it. Like I said, already aired in Japan, so lots of people already talking about it and spoiling stuff.
Shoot. Okay. It really hasn't hit my side of Facebook just yet. So is it mostly like your Japanese friends?
No, it's a lot of the Gundam groups I'm in. I've been trying to like just like shut down Facebook. I'm just like, I'm not looking at any of this.
All right. Dude, okay. So geez. I don't even know what to talk about first. I'm I was blown away by a master grade Jin. Let's just talk about that.
Jin was something that was mentioned to me. I was pretty honestly surprised that they would go the Jin route. Like I like to rephrase this that I was under the impression 2021 was going to be for some reason a revival of Age because Age's 10th anniversary is this fall. But here we are again with Bandai not acknowledging Gundam Age at all, and it really makes me sad that a lot of people like it. It's just that unfortunately it was a big disappointment. Not a lot. It didn't resonate with everyone, but it would be nice at least some acknowledgement outside of the Build Divers universe. Like, there's nothing else talked about.
Yeah, I mean, I'm starting to see a trend right now. Here, I'm just gonna put this up so that people who are actually watching this podcast actually have something to look at
instead of just two random faces.
Yeah. Honestly, like, I'm starting to see that trend with Bandai now, where they'll pump out a product just like any other company. And if that product doesn't do well, then they're just going to abandon it. No matter if that product obtains a claim later on in life, then they'll just completely abandon it if it does not sell well at the time.
Yeah. I think a good way to do just my little thing going before we continue on our Age thing. I guess we could talk about each kit by like in order. So we start like top left, go down, and then go to the next screen. I think that's a good way to go with it. So we have like a concise way. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, no, I'm good with that. Actually, I just created a video earlier today where I went over every single one of these in just like a super quick way in case people want to take a look. But yeah, I am totally down to do this because man, there's just so much stuff. Okay.
All right. Well, let's finish up the little Age thing. Yeah. I was under the impression because Seed's 10-year anniversary.
Sorry, Stanley, I think you cut out.
Anniversary was prefaced with, the Am I there? Hello.
All right, you're back. You're back.
Sorry. Unfortunately, I might cut in and out occasionally just because my my area has been experiencing like internet outages. So if I cut out, it might happen.
Oh geez. Okay. Yeah. No worries, man. That's okay.
But going back to what I was saying about Age is, yeah,
Yeah, I think Stanley cut out again. Man, I guess even the internet doesn't like Age. Zoom just doesn't like Age. But all right. It's totally fine. Don't worry about it.
I know I cut off like halfway through. Let me go do it on my phone really fast. I think that might be a better choice.
Sure. Yeah, I'll wait for you.
All right. 1 second.
Okay. All right. And we're almost back. Hey, Stanley, you happen to be there?
There we go. Okay. There we go.
Perfect.
All right. Sorry about that.
No.
Sorry. Sorry, everybody listening. Unfortunately, my area has been experiencing internet outages, so I had to transfer my phone.
We're good. We're good.
All right. So.
But yeah, you were talking about Age though.
Okay. So the whole Age thing. Back to what I was saying earlier. So there is that whole thing where it seems like that band has been going down a trend where every series 10-year anniversary, they do something with the series. Like the main one had to be Seed 10-year anniversary 2012. You got the first 5 Gundam units, Blitz, Duel, Aegis, Buster, Striker Master, all in Master Grade form. And I believe 2018/2019, during Double O's 10-year anniversary, you got the Master Grade Dynamis, followed the next year, this 2020 with the Curios, if I remember correctly. And then 2021, we're getting the Virtue Find, as announced yesterday. So yeah, you would think Age is this year, maybe some Age love. Apparently not. They decided to be like, hey, skipping over age, are gonna do 20-year anniversary for Seed apparently.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate because, I mean, the Age model kits actually were pretty great, and I think that the story was very wholesome for a Gundam series. I thought there was a lot of potential for it, and it's not like that. A lot of people hated Age. It's just that it ended poorly, kind of similarly to the original Gundam series, right? That ended poorly, and the model kit sales, as far as I'm aware, have always been strong, at least with the Gundam designs. I know the vegan designs and the denizen and that kind of stuff always like kind of weirded people out. But for the most part, Gundam Age kits were very rock solid.
They were definitely rock solid. Yeah, I agree with you as well. A lot of the like the Federation suits, I would say, were probably the better sellers out of them all compared to the vegan ones. Like out of all the vegan ones, only Zehart's suits, the red ones, and the Legolas were the only like hotcake sellers for the vegan stuff designs.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I definitely bought a Legolas, and I consider getting like a Zadra or something here and there. But I know that some reviewers at the time that were really big on it, like Robert 184, and actually that's the only one I can really think of right now. Yeah. Yeah, he actually talked really well about even the vegan suits, like the was it the denizen? The denizen is like the only thing I can think of at the moment because that was just like such a controversial design.
It was, yeah, like I remember.
And I thought about actually picking a couple up to making it look like or customizing it into like a Blue Eyes White Dragon kind of thing.
No, that would be cool.
Right? Yeah. But I can't really do that anymore because they don't really sell it anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate.
Yeah.
But anyway, we can probably dive into some of the other stuff though.
Yes. Well, the first one on the top left, we're going left to right down the list. Yeah, Perfect Great Unleashed, everyone's been talking about it. You know, they showed up more like actual images of it, which is really nice. The inner design looks really, really clean for this PG, and I'm pretty excited to see how it goes.
So that begs the question, Stanley, how many are you gonna get?
Honestly, so this kind of leads into the second one, which is the clear body kit. Definitely one for sure, just because I updated 2.0 RX PG. No brainer. But there's so much detail on the inner frame. It's kind of like a shame that you can't see all of it, like all the engineering put into it. So I'm just like, PG clear body part, that would be cool. So people can look into it. Unfortunately, if you see the tag on top, Premium Bandai.
Yeah. And I mean, as far as I went over this, it's just the armor parts, right? Because
the P Bandai is just the body part. It's just the armor, yeah.
Yeah, it's just the armor parts, so that's why it's like $50. But I don't know, man. It's gonna set you back about $350. So that's still cheaper than a unicorn with the LED set.
That is true. The PG RX is very experimental. This one is very experimental, kind of like the MGEX. Alloy parts again, which is very interesting. All the little silver bits. I'm very curious how that turns out.
Yeah, we actually put up a video with Dennis Wong about like chemical etching and like all these different techniques that you could probably employ on an engineering side. And so we were actually super interested in this PG Unleashed that was announced earlier this year. I think he's probably going to pick up two.
I know for sure I'll get one guaranteed. I don't know about a second one. If I get two of a certain PG, it has to be really special. Like the Strike Gundam for me, like, me and Strike. I gotta have all the versions.
Yeah. Dude, my gosh. So how much is that China exclusive Strike?
So if you were to actually get it off of their website, from what I'm aware of, before shipping or tax from China, I don't know how much it is. It's $175.
Okay, that sounds more reasonable because somebody had posted up that was like 200 yuan. And I'm like, wait, that's like, I forgot how much I calculated out to be. It was like, that's like $30. There's no way that this is
There's
cost.
no way. No, if you said like 2,000 yuan, that's a bit too high, I think, because 2,000 yuan is about $300.
Yeah, so I'm just like, I think they had a typo somewhere. They probably just mistyped. But yeah, $175 for, was it like 8 striker packs? I can totally get it. So
what is it? AO Launcher Sword, the Otori, the Noir, IWSP, and the new Lightning Striker, right?
yes, and then you also get the bazooka and like some of the other equipment as well.
I think the Grand Slam Sword is also there too as well, which is nice.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think it's a pretty cool kit. Not really digging those colors, to be honest.
I think what they're trying to go for is like they're trying to be like, different for it, and a lot of people do like the red and black color scheme, but I feel like that when they did it on that one, it didn't really turn out that well.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. I guess they're thinking things like the Johnny Ridden custom or like a Char type of look, but I don't know. For the Strike, just leave it alone. Strike looks good as is. Exactly. Or if you had like a really cool deactive version, that'd be cool.
I think if they did a deactive one, I think that would have been a smarter move, since there are some people lazy out there that wouldn't want it. And honestly, the biggest thing out of that is really just the Lightning Striker.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that they're selling the Lightning Striker separately as well, though. So
I've seen it only together with that set, so I'm not too sure. I really haven't looked around, unfortunately, so I can't really say much about it.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I don't know how to feel about that set, man. I'm impressed. At the same time, I'm like just really scared about what this means, because you're not gonna have just like strictly P Bandai stuff anymore. You're gonna have like P Bandai stuff that's like region exclusive, and I don't know. It's like,
that's kind of like a big no.
Yeah, it's like back to the old days again, which is kind of nice. But yes, going to the right-hand side of this list, the High New Gundam, the Belgica children's version, it was a doozy for me. That, oh man, I literally just built the master grade of that. And so I've been on this hype train, and I should have known that they were going to do something with this, because Gundam Battle, Gundam Warfare has been heavily advertising this suit and the Nightingale the last couple of weeks.
I really haven't. I was privy to knowing that the High New was going to be made, but the thing with the High New is that I wasn't sure if they're going to do the 2008 redesign from the first version master grade, or if they're going to go the Beltorchica Child's version, which is the one we see right now. I'm really glad it is the Beltorchica children's version, since I like the big beefy look to it. Like, the only thing I would take from the redesign master grade is the smaller fuel tanks, because those fuel tanks on the back I think are a bit too much on it. I know some people like it, but for me personally, if they shrunk it down, I think it would make the suit look a lot cleaner.
Right. I think it does offer a cleaner design, but the bigger fuel tanks offer like just extra legs for the suit. So when you're trying to do like ground poses, I think it will stand and look really great. It'll be a very solid model kit once you actually stand it up. So I actually welcome, those fuel tanks. I'm okay with the third and fourth leg on the suit. But it is a lot bigger compared to the master grade, though.
Yeah. The master grade, I remember, didn't even touch the floor. It was like, I think like lower ankles, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, they're tiny. They're very, very small. I also noticed that from at least this picture that they don't have that super heavy bright gold like the master grade had, or like the copper that the master grade had. And I know that some people are going to be liking that.
I don't recall that actually. I did make the original. I did make the Vercall when it first released. I think back in like 2014. I think 2013, 2014, or 2015. I don't remember the exact date. It's been a while, so I'm not too familiar with that again.
They had some like really bright copper parts for like the fuel tanks in the back. It made for a really nice touch because it balanced out with the bright orange that was on the fin funnels for the effect parts.
Okay.
But this model kit doesn't seem like it has it. I'm guessing they're probably going to milk this too, and they're going to create a fin funnel set for this one.
Totally can see a fin funnel set. Definitely, if to be based off of like the last trend with the regular new when you got the heavy weapon systems, I'm assuming depending how they design the armor, we're probably going to see a heavy weapons variation for this. Unfortunately, I don't know. I mean, but knowing Bandai, you'll find a way to make a P Bandai variation out of it.
I'm sure they'll probably just color it differently and then say it's the regular version, or they'll make the head a little bit different. Actually, I like the head on this version of the Hainu way better than the version Kotoki. I feel like the version Kotoki one is just like very like Egyptian pharaoh like long.
No joke. I feel like the Kotoki version, the head is kind of small on it.
Yeah, it looks small. It looks kind of squashed. It's like very elongated. It just doesn't look good to me.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason why I will comment on it is because that's the shot head that I use on Gundam Battle, Gundam Warfare all the time. Mm-hmm. And it does not look good when I put it on any other body of the suits that I have. I even tried to put it on like just regular new Gundam bodies, and it just doesn't look good. Like, you've got to be kidding me. This thing looks so silly.
I get what you're saying. Man, oh man. But yeah, definitely excited for this one. I know a lot of people considering how much of the UC stuff's been coming out for the RG line, this one is definitely a nice addition to the, I guess, I don't know if this will be next in line or the other RG that was announced, which we'll get to later.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm pretty sure they'll choose to release it at around the same time as the Nightingale, because you
gotta have the two. So, right? While we're on Nightingale, let's move on to that. Wow, they gotta get big boy with that.
Yeah, man. I'm not a huge Nightingale fan, to be honest. So I'm wondering, did the Nightingale actually sell really well for the RE?
So, very quick story with that. When the RE Nightingale came out, there was a lot of hype with it. Unfortunately, not a lot of people like that price point, though. I believe it was, close to 10,000 yen, so about $100, if I remember. Mm-hmm. And I know that put a lot of people because it was like, you got the MG Hainu, which is 7,000 yen, but here we are with a pretty much an upscale high grade for $100-something. I think people would get to that. So, and unfortunately, because of that, sales weren't that great the first time around for the Nightingale. But I know a lot of people have been picking it up recently. We've sold out actually, but I think that Bandai was afraid that if they were to do it like Sazabi RG, new RG, high new RG Nightingale possibility, I think they might have been afraid it was gonna flop. And also being kind of honest, Nightingale is not a very posable guy. He's kind of just build and sit on the shelf.
Yeah, it's kind of just a brick. So that's why I was not really sure if people were actually really excited about this kit. I don't see a lot of buzz about this, honestly. I see more buzz about the stuff that we're going to get to on the line below. Actually, I think the line below is the hype line, to be honest.
Definitely there in the hype line for sure. But yeah, I mean, I think people that are big enough fans of, the high new design, and if they want a Charlotte to go with it, they'll probably end up getting a Nightingale to go with it. Too early to see how it is. Honestly, I'm kind of excited just to get the rifle because I wanted a Nightingale rifle for the Build Fighters Ballistic Zakus because that's actually used in the show. So I'm like, okay, I can have a anime accurate Ballistic Zaku now.
Wait, what? Is that how it is?
Yeah,
Let's see.
if you look up the ballistic dock, there's a scene where he's using a different beam rifle, and the one that they originally told you guys to use was the one from the ballistic weapon set, but it's not the right rifle. There's a scene on Gundam Wiki. There's a picture on Gundam Wiki, that shows firing a beam rifle that looks very close to Night
Actually, I'm looking at it right now. Let's see here. So I see the bazooka that you're talking about. Oh, okay. There it is. There
You
it
see the
is.
rifle, right?
Yeah, okay. It's the rifle when he's fighting against the reversible Gundam in the colony.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Interesting. But it's going to be a... Oh, okay. Yeah, it's going to be a high-grade 1/144th scale. So, cool. So does that mean you have two origin Zakus then? You have one for just the ballistic Zaku and the other one for the Char version?
So I ended up converting the very first origin Zaku into the ballistic because they re-released the Char's Zaku later on down the road with more weapons and stuff. So I kept that one as my Char's Zaku origin, and then I just turned the other one into the ballistic Zaku.
Okay, nice, very cool.
So enough of that one. We're going on to the one of the bigger announcements that was long overdue, the She Gundam.
Yeah, this Sea Gundam has been like a holy grail for a lot of people.
I know a lot of people Hathaways. I mean, you've seen all the third-party releases for it. It's out there for sure. I think honestly, what I was surprised about is that they made such a huge difference from the original color and design to how we're seeing it right now.
It looks really good. Like, if I'm honest, it looks really, really good. It's kind of making me want to actually get one, if I'm honest.
He's big though. I mean, going into another he's huge.
That's the thing. Like, these suits are so giant that they're basically master grade size. And I don't know if I like the Cassie or the Penelope enough.
Have you actually seen the Penelope in person or no?
I haven't seen it in person, but I've seen Mecha Gagotsu's videos where he compares it to the core Gundam, so I can kind of replicate it.
Well, let's put it this way: most of the Penelope overshadows a lot of the wing kits, the master grade ones.
Yeah, that's giant, man. I mean, it's not just tall either. It's like thick.
It's super thick.
It's basically like just a giant ball. Like that's how much space it's gonna take, and it's like without any of the action poses.
Exactly, and well, since we're also like on the sheet, there's also the funnel set on the side, and I kind of go between the two. But yeah, I mean, things that really like the sheet has to be like I really like. I don't think you can see pictures of it here, but there was another picture where they show like an open hand look, and man, those hands look evil, and I love it.
Oh, you mean the Cassie Gundam?
Yeah, the Cassie Gundam. They have like open manipulators. It looks really, really like evil, like big and evil. I don't know how to explain it very well.
No, it's cool. I think that describes it probably perfectly. Because I've seen some of the. I was actually trying to find the novel online, see if I can read Hathaway's Flash before I actually see it in theaters. And yeah, I would always see pictures of the Cassie just looking really like an enemy mobile suit, like a villain.
Yeah.
It always kind of threw me off a little bit because I was like, I thought you're supposed to be the hero of the story.
Well, protagonist doesn't always mean the good guy.
That's true.
The bad guy.
Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, looking at the funnel set though, I mean, oh man, that price point though.
Is it worth it? Do you think this is worth? This is.
Let's do a quick breakdown then. I'm just gonna assume the Cassie Gundam is gonna be what? So it's 6,600 yen.
Yeah, so Cassie's about 60. The Penelope is about 40. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, Penelope I believe is around 65 5, if I remember correctly, 6,500 yen.
Really? Okay. So then we're basically looking at about $130. So
Wait,
then
okay,
you're
uh,
essentially paying about like $40 just for the effects.
that's roughly assuming, yeah. I mean, but don't forget that the tax is already included already on here, so it could change it up a bit.
And there's probably action bases and stuff as
Yeah,
well.
but is it worth it? I don't know yet. I think I need to see more pictures of them like together with the effects. Will you have enough effects for both of them, or is it only for one of them?
Oh, that would be dirty.
See, that's the thing. I don't know what Bandai's thinking. You know,
That'd be dirty.
it would be
'Cause-
absolutely dirty.
Because this picture is very misleading. Like, why would you have
like
this
you get both
picture
of them.
advertised and then not have both of the effect parts?
Unfortunately, with Bandai's current track record, I don't know, man. Like, I want to believe they'll give you enough effect parts for both, like the RG Xeon, like all those effect pieces. Oh man, that's. But
Yeah, you might have convinced me on that Xeon, man. Like, you,
All those
you may have
pictures are
convinced
awesome.
me. Wait, what was that?
oh, for the effect parts or what?
Yeah, to get the effect parts for the Xeon, because the Xeon comes with that, right? So
Yeah,
it's
it
like,
comes with all of them for like everything, which is okay by my books.
yeah, but it also comes with the Xeon. So
Yeah, exactly.
so
This
I mean,
I think this would be a good set for people that never picked up Penelope the first time, and you know, you get the She Gundam with it, and you get the effect parts too. I think that's a good thing. Unfortunately for people that didn't get it, I guess the solution for you if you have to get another Penelope, either sell it off or take off the armor and have like Odysseus there, but you need a lot of space to display all that.
dude, that'd be nuts. I can't even imagine. That's like an entire shelf for your DTOF.
It's literally just a shelf just for 2 kits from Hathaway's Flash. Maybe you can fit a Messer in there. I don't know.
No, there's no way you can fit a Messer in there. Like, it would just be like squashed to the side. Gee,
On the floor. There you go.
yeah. Actually, Sunny, what do you think of this? This is the suit from the new movie.
Looking at something?
Yeah, this is the suit from the new movie Hathaway's Flash that's going to be coming out soon. This is called the Kasi Gundam.
Too bulky.
Too bulky. All right. So is that a no in Sunny's book?
I mean, you want to buy it, you buy it. It's for you. I'll build it.
Okay. So here, well, what about this guy?
Little
Nightingale.
better, still weird.
Still weird. This is the one that you rolled for.
I like that one.
You like this one? She likes the Penelope funnel set, but this is
I like
this.
funnels. What?
Yeah, this is this.
What?
Yeah,
How? What?
yeah. So this is gonna be this big. It's gonna be the size of like a basketball.
What?
Yeah, this thing is huge. It's
Nah.
giant. No? Okay.
I mean, again, if you want, you can get whatever you want.
Yeah, I know. Thank you. But here, let's check out this one. What do you think of this?
It's
The
kinda
new
cool.
Gundam. No, you don't like the new Gundam?
It's like a 7 out of 10 in my excitement.
7 out of 10?
Whoa. Whoa.
7 out of 10?
Aw.
Yeah,
Oh.
me and Steven are hurt.
Yeah, I'm pretty hurt. That's, oh. 7 out of 10?
I was gonna give it an 8.
You're gonna give it an 8? Okay. I'd be happier with an 8.
Okay, I'll give it an 8.
Okay.
There we
But-
go.
Yeah. What about these? This is the new perfect grade that's released. So this is what it looks like. And if you go at P Bandai, then you can buy this for $50 more, just the armor. So that's clear.
I do like clear.
You do like clear. Okay. It would cost you like, I don't know, like $320 to get the whole thing.
Yeah, get it if you
Sunny's rating.
Oh, what do I rate it? That's also a 7 or 8.
Really? This is the same level as this?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm cool with that.
Here, but go down. That's like a 2.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely a 2.
Yeah.
What do you think, Stan? Nightingale?
I guess I'm also a little bit biased though, so I will be okay with like at least a 4 or 5, to be honest.
Say 4 or 5. Okay, yeah. This. So basically, it's under 5 for everybody.
Yeah.
So what about the Kasi? This
The middle one?
Yeah, the middle one.
4.
4. Okay.
Honestly,
I like the card game.
on my excitement level, at least for me is a 7 because I want to at least get something to go with the Penelope, and New Gundam series always gets me with the leads.
Right. I think.
It's hard to be a 10.
No. There's some kits that was like a 10 for me. Like the Crossbone, the real grade Crossbone was a 10. If they come out with a real grade F91, which I'm hoping that they do, that'll be a 10 out of 10 for me.
Is it the F91 smaller than the Crossbone, or are they about the same size? I don't remember.
They're supposed to be about the same size.
Okay. So it's possible. Like, small.
Yeah, definitely possible. Okay. Well, thanks, Sonny. You wanna do more of these with us?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So next up is the Wing Gundam. This is the one that I sent a picture of you.
Maybe an 8 or 9.
This
I
is
know
an 8
a lot of people were very, very like, wow. A lot of people were mixture of wow and why another wing.
Because Wing's awesome.
I'm
How dare you?
I'm really like undecided. I'm like right in the middle because I'm pretty stoked that there is a real grade version of this, but I also have a high grade, so I don't really want to get a duplicate.
Honestly, the high grade revive wing is still like almost near perfect. I can't even deny that.
Yeah, it's so good that like I can't imagine any real reason to get this real grade other than the wings. But then the wings are also not anime accurate because it can flare out
Yeah.
like actual wings. And so I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, this looks really good. Those wings."
Really? I like the wings. I like the proportions. But actually, if we were to get it, I might paint it different colors.
Really? What colors would you paint it?
Do you have a Nietzsche one?
Fenice.
Yeah.
Okay. Green's nice. That is the question, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a huge question. I think that's what would happen. If I bought this, I would paint my original high grade into Fenice colors.
There you go. And this one is your like actual wing, right?
Yeah, right. Okay, so rating time. Where would we put this? I think I would put this the same level of excitement as the high new, but I'm honestly more excited than the high new. So I'll give this one a 7 out of 10.
I would give this one a 6.5 realistically. I am obviously a little bit biased because of, I've never been a big fan of Gundam Wing, unfortunately. And also like, I do like the Katoki redesign, but knock on wood that people don't roast me about it.
No, you're fine.
But the OG wing design, I do agree. A lot of people are very nostalgic with it, and I think it's a really cool thing. I do want to see how that flare out wing is gonna turn out because that's like the biggest selling point of it.
Yeah,
How many? Sorry, go ahead.
Wait, what?
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I'm really curious about the wings as well. But if I'm completely honest, I'm never gonna extend it out that way.
It has to be animation accurate, right?
Pretty much for me. Well, I've actually been really into just like having standing Gundam poses, kind of like the way that Iori displayed it all on his shelf.
Got it.
And I just think it looks really clean. And so for me, articulation is not as huge of a deal anymore. Because if you're just gonna stand it like this, who cares, right? As long as it looks pretty in a standing pose, then it doesn't matter.
That is true.
What it can do. But yeah, I think it looks pretty. I think all the real grades, if you just stand it, if you just leave it, they look great. They look gorgeous.
They look gorgeous. You make sure you got all the decals on it, and it's like, that's a good looking display.
Right, and that's the interesting bit. This one doesn't have any of the markings.
I mean, the high note doesn't have it either, so I don't think they've actually finalized the designs for the decals. Maybe.
Yeah, and so I'm interested to see what they look like. With all the, the colony liberations decals and stuff that they'll plaster all over it. Because personally, for me, I think just the suit on its own looks really good.
I will be okay having the suit without the decals on this one, just of how clean it looks.
Yeah. But sorry, Sunny, what were you asking?
How many are there to look at?
A lot. There's a lot of announcements that came out. Do you want to pull up a seat?
Because I just want to quickly look through all of them and see if there's any possible 10s.
Okay, yeah, sure. You okay with that, Stanley?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, let's take a look.
Let's start from the beginning.
Okay, so you already looked at the first bits. So then...
All right, can you turn the camera off?
Okay, yeah.
Thank you. All right, let's take a look. It starts there.
Starts up here.
That's it? That's the beginning?
Yep.
Okay, we saw those.
Then there's the Wing
you know
Gundam.
what? Honestly, more I look at the
Kasi Gundam.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I just don't like how bulky it is, but for the most part, it's pretty cool.
Oh, so one bit that you don't know about the Penelope, so the other sister suit,
Yeah.
you can shed off all that extra armor, and then it becomes a skinny Gundam.
Then that's cool. Then I like it. Then I like it a lot.
So then here's the Mark V. This is the Virtue, the Jin,
Keep going.
Calamity, Dom.
Nope.
No for the Dom.
No.
Classic.
All right, sorry, Dom again. Dagger L.
That's kind of cool.
Death Scythe.
Yeah, I like that sight.
Oh,
Not my favorite, but I like that sight.
Gremory.
Don't like the head, but other than that, it's super cool.
Okay, Zaku.
Behind that, I can explain later.
This one.
Yeah.
Wait, what were you saying, Stanley?
Oh, there's a story behind the head area, actually. I can explain that when we get there.
Okay. Yeah, so there's new SDs. So there's the Goku Gundam.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then there's new ones here. So there's Nagonaga, Sergeant, Benjamin.
All these are cool. SDs automatically get a 9. And
What
then
the
if
heck?
they're cooler, they get a 0.5 extra.
Stupid.
Yay!
This one has a dog mask.
You know, Nobunaga is actually an Epion base, so I'm like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was actually looking at that, and I can't figure out what the Benjamin Gundam is. I feel like it's supposed to be a Wing Zero, but I'm not sure. It's hard.
Yeah, no, it's a wing. It's a wing because of the ears. That's why.
Yeah, I was looking at the ears, and I was looking at the shoulder pieces, and I was like, you can't release an Epion and then not have some sort of other Endless Waltz or Gundam Wing design.
Yeah.
This one's a Nile Gundam. It has a little mask.
Well, actually, I was thinking that one might be a Blitz because of the feet.
This one. Oh, you know what? I can see that. If I'm looking at the chest a little bit closer.
It's very Nile-ish, but I think it's more Blitz, to be honest. Like specifically the Nero Blitz because of the ninja blades on the arms.
Yeah, no, I was actually gonna say now that I'm looking at the chest, it does look very Blitz-like. Oh shoot. Okay. The World Heroes new product A. That's the Victory Gundam.
That's a Victory, yep.
Yeah, okay. I feel like this is honestly more fun. It's like trying to figure out what the original Gundam design is from these stupid SDs.
The only one I don't know is that Goku one. That one is like a big subject of what is that one.
Yeah, I couldn't figure this one out.
Burning?
I've
No,
had
it's not the
discussion
burning
with coworkers. We think it's either a impulse or it could be a build burning, actually.
I said burning too.
You did, but I don't think it's a build burning just because of the colors, the colors underneath, like the blue. Like you wouldn't highlight so much blue if it was the build burning.
Mm-hmm.
But
this one's one of the hardest ones I don't know.
Yeah, this one's really difficult. I can't figure it out.
Maybe we'll find out later on down the road.
Yeah, maybe.
And then the sergeant is obviously Verdi Buster.
Oh yeah, no, I that was like the first one. I was like, okay, I absolutely know what that one is. Right, and then we have this guy, F90. So basically, all of these for you got a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Which one got a 9.5 out of 10?
Go down. None of them.
None of them? Okay. Your wallet's safe then. Kind of. I mean, they're only $6.
Yeah.
They are cheap.
All right, there we go. So we have the cheaper specification, F90,
cool.
Geminis 2. This one's not colored yet. This transforms.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But it's also supposed to be pretty giant.
This page is pretty cool. I'm liking this page best.
Really? Okay. So Pale Rider.
Stuff.
Wait, what?
The expensive page.
Yeah, they honestly are really expensive. So what do you give them for ratings?
I know quality. No, I don't.
It's okay. It's okay. You married me. But
that's a 9.
This one's a 9. The unicorn's a 9.
Yeah.
Wow, that one got the same level as the SDs.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Sunny knows what she likes.
Sounds like you need to get one of those for all your other unicorns.
No, I'm done. There's no more.
No, you gotta get all the unicorns.
You know what I did find out though? I do have high grades of the Exia and a master grade of the Exia, and I also have a high grade of the Gundam and a master grade of the Gundam.
Oh man.
So if I wanted to, I could get the perfect grades for the Exia and for the Gundam, and I'm done. I would have that. I have that same line that I would have for the unicorns. And that's scary because I don't want that. I don't want that at all. Actually, I have the same for the 00 too. I have a 1/100 scale. I have a 1/144th scale. If I got the perfect grade, I would also have the 1/60th scale.
Almost there.
Nah, no. Can't do that. It's too dangerous. Too dangerous. But all right, cool. Well, thanks for playing the game, Sunny.
I like that page a lot.
You like the third page a lot?
Yeah.
The one with all the expensive stuff. This one?
Yeah, that one.
So
Sorry,
is it because of these? The freedoms?
Just the designs are cooler.
You think the designs are cooler on this one?
Yeah.
Are you sure it's not because the designs are more familiar?
People like familiarity.
Right. So a lot of these other pages are going to be designs that you don't know. Wait, so what did you give Death Scythe?
An 8.
An 8? Really? This has the
8.
same. This one has the same hype as the High New.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I can see that. It's kind of around there. What did the Dom get?
Should give like a 1.
2.
2? At least you gave it a number. What about the Gremory?
7 or 8.
That is the same as the Death Scythe and the High New and the
7.5.
Why?
I think it looks cool, and I like the colors, and I like. Is that the weapon? Is it a sword?
It's like a scythe.
It's a scythe. Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
It's like this.
So I like that weapon. So it looks nice and slim. The weapon's cool. The color's cool. Just don't love the head.
So I'll explain this. The weapon is actually supposed to be a double-bladed axe, but if you look at one end of it, it's actually broken off.
Ah.
And then because it looks like a scythe in a sense, that part that hangs over the head is actually like a little hood. So there's actually pictures where you don't see the hood on it, you can see the actual head on it.
Ah, so it actually has a smaller head.
It's not the size of the head, it's the shape.
No. It won't look like that. It'll look like a normal Gundam head.
Okay, then that's cool. I'll bring it up to 8.5.
Oh.
What? This overtook the High New?
IBO, man.
Yeah, what if I told you that this is an Ironblade Orphans Kit?
Automatic too.
Yeah.
I know what I like, man.
I don't.
Well, we'll talk when we get there. I have quite a few things to talk about this specific one.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so let's go back. But yeah, thanks, Sunny. Feel free to stick around to hear us nerd out about all the ones that you don't like, apparently. But All right, so I think we're talking about the Jin.
No, actually, we skipped Virtue and then Mark 5.
Oh, we did. So, what'd you have to say about these guys?
Well, obviously, Virtue is the big one for a lot of people, finishing at the 00 boy band right there.
Seriously, I know that Brian and Dustin are really excited about this.
I'm excited to finally, get a good set of the 00 kits, since 00 kind of brought me back into Gundam, and getting the first season kits all in Master Grade is super exciting. Obviously, a lot of people are talking about where's the Nodley on the inside, and honestly, I don't think they're ready to show it off yet. Looking at the kit, though, I definitely can see that they did design it so that the armor will come off, but to see how it turns out in the end, we have to wait a bit, I believe.
So what do you think about the collection of 00 kits that I had received? What do you think that I should do with them?
The 1100s or the 1244s?
The 11... we can go with that. I have a collection of 1100s that people have given me. Mm-hmm. I also have a collection of 1144s that people have given me.
So I think the 100s, you can probably, what I would say for the 100s is that you maybe customize them a bit to be battle damage and stuff, since they're cheaper on the cheaper end. Mm-hmm. If you were to keep them, what I would actually do, and I do this for some of my other kits, some of the kits that are pretty nostalgic are really what I do is that even if I have a Master Grade set with them, I put the 1-144s in front of them to be kind of hey, small version, big version. You can see the difference in the quality and stuff.
So the 1100s that I have are actually all sealed in the box.
Never opened.
Not opened.
Huh.
Yeah. Second season though.
Second season.
Yeah, and then I think, let me see here. I think all of the season 1s are all opened, so I'll probably just end up keeping those.
I don't know actually. I mean, the original 1100s have kind of a soft spot because they never had Master Grades at the time, so they were the best you got. And honestly, looking back at some of the old 1100s, they still hold up pretty well.
Yes, and so if what I'm hearing is basically just keep these suits, then yeah, I'll just build them. But if there's any potential for somebody to want to take these off of my hands, because if I'm honest, I would sell all of my model kits probably to just get a real grade collection.
I know we talked about that. You definitely do like the real grades.
I do. I'm a huge fan of the real grades. But at the same time, I know that these model kits do have quite a bit of value because they have a soft spot on everybody's hearts here in the United States, because people really like 00 here. So definitely. Yeah, I'm still pretty undecided. And if it turns out that I should keep these kits, then that just means that I don't buy any kits for 2021, and that's making me really sad.
I don't think it's anything about not buying anything. I think you'll probably still get something at some point, but you get what I'm saying, right?
No, I do. I definitely do. So I'm really excited for all those people who are, going to be upgrading from their old 1/100 scale Virtue to this new Master Grade 1/100 scale Gundam Vache.
Yes, Vache. But I think a lot of people are definitely excited. A lot of people are going to definitely get on this one. I think the main thing they do to really sell it is show off the Nodley on the inside, and they're pretty much golden.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. I'm really interested to see what that armor purge seems. Oh, could you imagine effect set armor purge? All you do is just get clear rods.
Set, what I would want them to do is also kind of give a big plastic clear green GN field to put it in. That would be sick.
Dude, talk about basketball. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, jeez. I'll totally do that.
I feel like someone's going to make that.
And also, I think another thing is, if they do, when they announce when they shot the Nodley, are they going to give it the Nodley weapons, the shield and the rifle in the final part of 00 Season 1?
P Bandai. P Bandai, I'm calling it.
But we don't know. Maybe they're nice enough. Maybe they're not. We don't know.
Yeah, no. Yeah, exactly. So we have no clue. We don't have any insider information that we're sharing with people who are watching this video. but I personally think it's going to be a P Bandai.
I pray that it will actually be included, since the Dynamis got all the weapons with it. The Kyrios actually got no tail booster for Kyrios, but he did actually get the missile launchers he used in that one scene when he blew up the super soldier area. So there's a chance.
Yeah. And you know what the funny thing is? The tail booster is actually a weapon that's used more than that super soldier missile launcher.
Well,
weapon.
I think specifically the missile launcher pack, not the tail booster, since the tail booster was used in the end of it, which has the 2 beam cannons. He uses the missile launcher container more.
Okay, that's what you mean.
Yeah. I can see those being like P Bandai add-ons for the Curios, and it's something I don't need because I'm not gonna really have my I'm not gonna have my Curios always in jet mode. I'd rather have it in robot mode. So it makes more sense.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're definitely right. And but I was just thinking like that tail booster was used on things like the Harut. And I don't know if the Ario, I don't think the Arios ever used it, but I know that the Harut used the tail booster too.
Yes. But a smaller version. Ario's technically missile platform was a GN Archer.
True, yes. But all right. Moving on to the next hype item. It's the Mark 5.
Was a very, very surprising announcement. I am very surprised about that.
I can't believe it's gonna be a premium Bandai.
Sentinel's getting a lot of love, and I'm glad for that. Animation Sentinel after Hathaway Slash, maybe?
Dude, that'd be amazing. So I'm just looking at this. I'm thinking, how many people are going to customize this into a Dovin Wolf or a Silver Bullet?
This is how I see it. Is that the fact that they did this one as a P Bandai makes me want to believe that either Dovin Wolf or Silver Bullet could be regular release.
Yeah, that's giving me a lot of hope.
I think honestly, Dovin Wolf will probably end up being P Bandai since it's more of a grunt suit. But I think the Silver Bullet, because a lot of people like Unicorn, will probably get standard released.
Are you sure it's not going to be the other way around?
The thing, you don't know, because it's like Bandai's been super weird with their releases. So I'm just going
to play devil's advocate. I think Silver Bullet is going to be the P Bandai, and I think Dovin Wolf is going to be the regular release.
That's an interesting way to think about that one.
Yeah, just because they know that they can milk it. Benager is a pretty popular pilot, and Unicorn has been riding, the popularity train over the last 10 years or so. I can see them putting the Silver Bullet as a P Bandai, just to make it look a little bit more.
The Silver Bullet Suppressor, which is the one that showed up in Gundam Narrative that Benager piloted, that one I can see being P Bandai. But I think the standard Silver Bullet could be regular release.
It could be. We'll just see how greedy Bandai wants to be.
Oh, we're all just wrong, and every single version of this will just be Bandai, like all the Advanced Zeta stuff.
Jeez, dude, it would blow me away if like all this stuff was P Bandai. Just kind of like how they did the Pale Rider route. They just made everything P Bandai.
So upset about that. Every single Pale Rider P Bandai, and I really like the Pale Rider design.
I was actually just talking about that in the previous video, that I'm so glad that I'm not a Pale Rider fan, because it sucks. It's the same thing like with the Advanced Zeta suits. If you're an Advanced Zeta fan,
I feel so bad for the AOZ guys. Like every single kit's literally a P Bandai.
Everything except for the 1 or 2 Hazel kits.
The Hazel the Good Plan 2, and that's it.
Yeah, that's just terrible.
Yeah,
it's so bad, and these kits are so expensive too. They're already like $50, like $60 right out the gate, and then you have P Bandai on top of that.
I'm glad that at least they're getting into the US now, but it seems like the runs for the AOZ stuff's very short, so not a lot of people can get on it.
Right? Yeah, I think I was talking to Alfred about it because he's a big AOZ fan.
He is, yeah.
And so I feel bad. I think he pretty much resorted to like 3D printing because he's come to that realization that like, oh, I should just build my own. Because these kits are so hard to get a hold of.
Yeah. Anyways, one of the big surprises for people, Master Grade Jin.
Master Grade Jin. That's nuts. I wasn't expecting that at all.
This one I wasn't expecting either. But reasoning behind it, I don't know. Unfortunately, a lot of people should know if they aren't aware. Seed, big part of Japanese culture. Like even to this day, Seed is always ranked super highly on all their like lists and stuff. I mean, I think Kira in Black is always like ranks like top 10 characters of all time.
Right. I think we were looking that up. I think they were recently dethroned.
Oh, recently?
Recently, like over the last like I don't know, 3 years or so. But I think they're still like on the top 10, but they're not like top 5.
Yeah, not top 5, but always like top 10 at least.
Yeah. What I think was really cool about this Jin design though is that they made it look really modern.
I like that too. I mean, it looked like looking at like the other Master Grade releases for the like the newer releases, like the Freedom 2.0, the Justice and the Providence, they really like stylized it up, which I do appreciate.
Right. Yeah. I was thinking more of like Luna Maria Hawk's Zaku that was released earlier, where like a lot of that external etching, you have like a very stylized backpack on this, and the proportions look like they're perfectly suited for dynamic action poses, which is what Seed is known for.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I feel like the reason they only made this one is, P Bandai variations forever. Because the Jin is the Zaku of the original series, and as you guys, if a lot of people know, there's so many ace pilots in the Zaku, so they all have like different color variations.
Mm-hmm.
Same story with the Jin. So
yeah, there's like the Gene Carey version. There's the Jin. There's Miguel's version.
There's I think
there's reconnaissance type.
Heine Western Flush colors.
Yeah. It's on and on and on and on.
Definitely. But I think a lot of people that want like a mass production like Grunt Suit format, the Master Grade Seed series, I think this would be good to have like as canon fodder.
Yeah, definitely. What I'm really excited about with this guy is that you don't get any beam effect parts. Actually, that's a huge plus to me because
you know what, you're right. Since every other kit has from Seed is, and just in general, always beam sabers or like beam rifles and stuff. This is all just like physical missiles, swords, and like an actual like a bullet fed gun.
Yeah, and what's great is that everything can fit on the kit, and it still has its hands open. Kind of the same mentality as like the Strike Freedom. Like you don't have to. You can equip everything on the Strike Freedom, and it can be open palm, and that's how the Gundam can be.
The Jin is like with the Luna Maria Zaku. You couldn't store the beam tomahawk, the axe in the shield like in the show, and that was a big like negative point for me on that kit. So I'm glad that at least this one you can put everything on it.
Yeah, that's a huge selling point for me now with model kits that can actually equip everything, like all accessories, onto the kit itself, or at least store it in some way. I think that's really great, dude. Definitely. Seriously, like I can see this later on in the future where they actually have like secret compartments inside of shields for you to put the beam saber effect parts in.
See, if they get to that point, I'm totally in for that. I'm totally okay with that.
Yeah, that would be so cool. Like, could you imagine? Great stuff.
That's good.
I'm going to take a short break real quick. And, okay.
So
but yeah,
is the 1/100 Calamity.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are very, very, I know a lot of Seed people are definitely happy with this. A few things I would like to note though, it has the same like modernized style we were talking about with the Jin, where it's very like, it has a lot of like etchings and stuff on it as well.
Yeah. So
one thing actually I want to point out, I have a feeling, like I have no information about this being very clear. I have a feeling this could have been a Master Grade, because if you look at the hands, they're actually master grade hands, the changing fingers, because on the prototype one, and I can't really see on here, the thumb is actually posable.
Right. Yeah, I'm actually looking at that right now, and I was under the impression that it was a master grade as well, until I saw stuff like the provisional marking. When I saw the picture at Gundam Expo, it doesn't clearly say. So I don't know.
So this is my theory: is that I know most people are familiar with the Reborn 100 line. I have a feeling that this is either a continuation of the RE line, or this could be like, the Seed Special only RE 100 line, like updated versions.
That'd be pretty cool. That'd be super cool, actually.
That would be very nice. And I mean, could a Calamity or a Raider be on? Not Calamity. Sorry, Forbidden or Raider.
Forbidden.
My bad. I'm apologize. But yeah.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, Forbidden or Raider could be on the horizon since you got a Calamity now. Who knows? Maybe some of the other ones, Gaia, Chaos Abyss, maybe those could also be on the horizon for some people. And I know people want.
Honestly, yeah, it's both like a blessing and a curse to be a Seed fan, because that they're just gonna pump out like all these suits. That all you have to do is wait. You just gotta wait long enough, and all of these kits will pop out.
Japan loves Seed so much.
They love it way too much, man. Yeah. But I'm happy about it because I get to see really cool stuff like this. Could you imagine if you were like a, I don't know, if you're like a G Savior fan? That was like, could you imagine if that, like that's what got you into Gundam, and you're just like, man, this was like the coolest movie ever, and everyone's like,
yeah, no,
yeah. Like how sad would that be? Like you go in, you're like, dude, where are the G Savior model kits? And you'll be like, there are none.
Correction, there is one, but no one talks about it.
Yeah, seriously, man. Or like being, I don't know. I guess it's kind of the equivalent of being like a Gundam X fan. Can you imagine being a Gundam X fan like when it first came out, and
it hurts. It hurts a lot.
Yeah.
But no, I'm glad Calamity got some love. Obviously, Calamity is going to result to P Bandai probably Sword Calamity, which I know a lot of people did like that design. So,
yeah, I really like that design a lot. I thought it was super cool.
So,
but
lots of things to see, definitely.
I'm really excited to see what they do with these designs for like real grades or for 1/144th scales. Because they've really expanded the Gundam Seed and the Gundam Seed Destiny stuff for high grades. So I can definitely see them on the horizon where, they're just biding their time. They're waiting for that perfect moment to strike where they're just going to be like, and here are the rest of the GATs. Enjoy, people.
Man. And I'll be right there waiting, being like, I need them all.
Then there's going to be clear versions and then deactive versions.
No, I can't do that.
And then other color variation versions. Then there's like, the forbidden blue and like,
That's not there. I can't afford all that, man.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Because you have a job.
Job that revolves around selling this stuff, and check it out at Torino.
Yes, exactly. But yeah,
moving on. The Dom and the Rick Dom. I'm just gonna combine these two together. I know they're on two different pages. We can't see it on here, but these are technically 1.5 updates.
Huh. Is it because of the articulation I've been hearing about?
There's a better articulation, yes. I don't have the images, but I was looking at the images like of the actual live exhibition. There we go, that's the right word. And they were showing like the inner frames and stuff of it, and they're showing like which parts were actually like used before and which ones are new parts. So I would consider this like a nice 1.5 update.
Okay. So out of curiosity, how popular do you think the Dom is in general? because I wouldn't say it's as popular as the Zaku or Ramaral's Goof, but I would say that it is more popular than some of the other suits that, just haven't gotten the 2.0 treatment. So it seems like a pretty logical 2.0 or
I
1.5.
I think the problem with the Dom is that even though they are the Dom is most well known for being the Black Tri-Star suits in the original Gundam series.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think a lot of people really like. I don't know the right word to say, but it wasn't as like popular in a sense, I guess. I mean, I'm trying to word it like how I see it. I think there's enough people that like the Dom, but I don't think it actually deserved to get that 2.0 full-on updated treatment. Only because, like, compared to, like, the Zaku, the Gelgu, the Zagok, where they all had, like, very important role in the original Gundam series, the Dom really only served for the Black Tri-Stars, and pretty much every time they showed up, one of their members get picked off. So it's kind of like, they're kind of like just cannon fodder suits.
Kinda. I mean, the other big moment for the Dom that I remember was when the Gundam got its like magnetic coating, and then also got the upgrade from Amuro's father. And
Wasn't
then
it the Rick Dom though? No, because the Dom.
it
The
was
Dom
yeah,
specifically.
so it
Yeah,
was the
Dom,
Rick Dom.
yeah, the Dom is for ground for people that don't know. Rick Dom is for space usage.
But then there was the attack on Jaburo, where you would see like a lot of the Dom. That was like, I think that was a moment that kind of really stuck out for me because you would see a goof with a bazooka, and I was like, whoa, that's crazy. Where
Honestly,
they literally just like threw everything at Jaburo.
I don't remember much of Jaburo. I've been rewatching the series. I haven't gone there again, so maybe when I see it again, I'll be like, oh man, that's actually there. I didn't notice that the first time.
Yeah, so I always would see like Doms all over the place, and I was pretty okay with it. I'm surprised that they actually created like a second suit for, or like a second model kit for the Rick Dom, because I thought that the Master Grade you could interchange between the two.
No, there's actually two different releases for it. That's a not very like the thing with the Dom and the Rick Dom, the original releases, they weren't very produced very often, so not a lot of people actually saw them.
Oh, okay.
I think I've only seen it working at Toy Arena. I only seen it like maybe twice my entire time there, in my
Wow.
my 6+ years working there.
That's crazy. I didn't think it was like that rare. But I have heard a lot of people, especially in our group, say like, "Oh, I'm really happy I got this Dom," and you'll see it in like certain groups of people. They'll specifically look for Doms.
Yeah, that's definitely there. So I think this is a good time since I think they're really trying to round out 0079 master grades because they pretty much nailed down almost every single suit. I think a better choice for a 1.5 update or a 2.0 update announcement at this specific show was actually a gun cannon. I think that would have been a smarter choice.
That would be kind of cool. I know
And I only say gun cannon because, we already got a 2.0 RX, which is pretty animation accurate. You got the gun tank, which is, perfect to go with it. But the old gun cannon mastery doesn't fit with it. So I think if they did that, making more animation colors, like more, animation accurate, I think a lot of more people would be like, I want to get Operation V all together. I can have an Operation V in master grade form.
Right. So where do you think? So I guess there's two thoughts that come into mind. I feel like they're kind of rounding out their 0079 because of the anniversary that came out, but also because they're going to develop more properties that like expand interest in the 0079 timeline and series. So either indicating that there's going to maybe do like a reboot, like a kind of like another origin type of thing,
I
or
think
like
that would be
expansion
cool.
of origin, or the movie that is supposedly in the pipelines.
I think that would be a smart thing to do since it would hopefully the movie doesn't suck. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, I would be open to seeing a like a remaster, like a full on remaster of 0079. Maybe at the 50th anniversary, maybe you might see that. You never know. But I don't know how long the knock on wood, the voice actors and stuff.
Yeah, that's gonna be really tough. They're kind of getting up there in years. I was it like Bright's voice actor died, like not too long ago. Is that right? I can't remember anymore.
I remember Rambo Rao's voice actor. He had, I think it was throat cancer, and he can't do any more like voice acting anymore.
Oh, that's sad. I didn't know that.
I thought if I remember correctly, I don't recall though, so don't quote me there. Bright Noah's voice actor did pass away in 2006.
Right. Okay.
I mean, technically, they do have the Unicorn voice actor to do it, which is pretty similar, but not the same. So technically, that's okay. But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I get you. But all right, moving on to more Gundam Seed and Gundam Wing news. Oh my god.
So the Dagger L is a pretty interesting choice for it. Honestly, all I can say about this is that P-Bandai variation. That's honestly what this kit is made for.
Yeah, I'm looking for the long dagger, or was it the Doppelhorn dagger?
Oh, the two big cannons on the back, right?
Yeah. Then there's the nuke backpack.
The nuke backpack. Oh man.
So that'll be kind of interesting to see. I'm really excited about this, honestly, because I mean I'm not gonna get it, and it's not because I like daggers or grunts or anything, but I think it's really cool that there was something that was on TV that was back in the day. You know, you didn't really think about it so much, and now we're finally kind of getting more grunt suits for it.
Actually, I would like to put this out there first. Whenever Bandai does a grunt suit, they tend to use that specific grunt suit for a build series like basic grunt. Have you noticed?
Yeah.
So this makes me think now, is there going to be, since Battle Log is going on, are they going to take the Dagger L, make some kind of like enemy grunt for Battle Log, or is there already a new build series in the lineup and the Dagger L is going to be a part of it? Or could it just be Bandai being like, hey, here's a bunch of daggers, we'll release all the other striker packs this way, but as P Bandai, and I'd be like, I hate you all, but I'll buy it all.
Yeah. I can probably see it, but it'd be kind of, no, I can see it. So we had the Eldoran grunts that were, that we had some Wyndhams, right? Mm-hmm. We also had some Dratas. So yeah, I could see them extending it out just to kind of follow that theme of the Gundam Seed Destiny stuff, and then making like an Eldora Dagger L like fight 500 mission or something like that. I don't know.
That would be interesting to see.
Yeah, but I mean, it's completely updated frame. It didn't take them too much time at all.
Definitely not. I mean, borrowed
basically using the strike.
Oh yeah, the strike for sure. My bad.
Yeah, they're basically using the strike, which is kind of cool because I can expect to see maybe like another dagger upgrade sometime in the future again.
Hey, maybe you can get a 105 dagger with an updated gun barrel striker.
Maybe that'd be pretty That'd be pretty crazy, actually. I don't know if they'll actually do that because they just reprinted that kit that I bought from you.
Yeah,
like that had the blue Bandai logo. Like I don't see them wanting to, have a conflict of interest and cannibalize the sales from that particular kit by creating a brand new kit. They'll probably just create like a dagger like this or like another dagger that's really close to the 105 and then say, hey, if you buy this old set, you can put the backpack on the new one.
I can totally see them doing that. Or they just do P Bandai color variation updated version so it doesn't conflict with the original one and people are kind of forced to still buy the old one.
Yeah, which would still kind of suck, but it is what it is. Yeah. But now we have the HG 1144 scale death size. I'm really excited.
TV animation, I mean, it was expected. We got the heavy arms, we had the wing, we had the sand rock. last on the list, Wu Fei's Shenlong, I guess.
Yeah, honestly, I'm pretty excited about this stuff, man. Like it's nice to see these things updated. I heard really good reviews about the heavy arms that had come out. I heard super great stuff about the Sandrock, and I mean, I have the Wing Gundam at home, and I know that's really, really good. So
I'm glad a lot of people that grew up with the old, like, the little small 144s, the really like cheap ones, that like we still carry a few of those. I'm glad that people are actually having a chance to like, see the TV animation kits, but in like a nice updated format now.
right. So do you think this will cannibalize those sales for the older kits, or do you think that the older kits will still retain value because they come with the figures inside?
I think the figures on the inside, just because the figures only come with the US releases, the Japanese ones don't have those actually.
Yeah.
I think some people would still get it just for the nostalgia of it. I think it's a good I think it would get kind of demoted to first grade status, and some people would still buy the first grade stuff.
Because I know I have a pretty big collection of those that I grabbed up in college. Like after I found out that they're much cheaper than I thought that they were, I picked up. I think I picked up basically everything. I got everything except for the Epion, the Ultron, and the Death Scythe Hell.
No, it makes sense. I in no way think that these will affect sales for the old ones, just because I don't know if they'll ever get around to quote unquote re-updating all of those previous designs. And I mean, honestly, also we got like Viatine, Mercurius as P Bandai, unfortunately. So if people don't want to pay P Bandai prices, they at least have something to fall back on.
That's sad. I expected that to be like a regular release, but who knows? Maybe I'll get a Tauros and the V8 regular release.
You mean next build series? Then enemies are Tauros and the V8.
Dude, that'd be so cool, man. I that would hurt my wallet. That would hurt my wallet really bad.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on to my personal biggest surprise reveal, the Gremory. So
I know you have a lot to say about this guy.
So I already gave a little quick backstory of it when Sunny was here. But yeah, if you look at it, honestly, the waist looks a lot more filled out, which is a big thing for IBO kits. Everyone that's bought an IBO kit know one little ball break holding it.
I know.
But actually, I don't know if there's a picture you can find online, but if you actually find like some of those CG pictures that's been floating around out there for the new releases, if you look at the back of the Gremory, it actually looks like that there's a piece holding onto the back so it stands up stronger. I can't find it right now, but yeah, that's honestly like, I think they realized, hey, this mold has issues. How do we fix it? And I think that's one of those things. I can't find the picture right now, unfortunately. But yeah,
I'm gonna find it really quick. Oh shoot, the head looks pretty cool.
It's a very demonic looking, and 72 Gundam frames named after demons. It should be fitting to look demonic.
This is pretty crazy looking, man.
One thing I'm very also happy to see is those open hands are. Ugh. Dude, the problem with high grades, and I would like to say this right now, not enough expressive hands. Like if Bandai gave more expressive hands, people would eat them up.
That's true. That's true. That's very true, actually. But yeah, no, that's great. It looks really good, if I'm honest. It looks really cool. I just I don't know, I was scarred, man.
Scarred. Yeah, I know the stories, unfortunately. But I know a lot of people that always been clamoring for Bandai, hey, all 72 Gundam frames. I think they'll be happy to add this one to their collection for sure.
Okay.
I know for me for sure.
Yeah.
Me 100% for sure. Speaking of IBO, I'm still pretty surprised how tame they are since Massacre Barbados has been released. They made no move to release another master grade with that frame. Have you noticed that?
Interesting.
You have noticed, right? Like, I'm not going crazy.
Wait, sorry, hold on. I'm trying to paste this so you can take a look at this, but say that one more time.
So
What's not paying attention?
okay, so sorry about on the topic of IBO, I'm very surprised that since the Masquerade Barbados has been released, they haven't milked the frame out of that like crazy. Like,
Oh yeah, no, I've been wondering that too, because that was the first thing that I thought of when I saw the Master Grade Barbados. I was also thinking, okay, cool. Now that you have this, you can start creating everything else. I actually thought about that for a lot of the kits that they've released, and I thought that it's been very questionable why they don't do that, because all you have to do is just slap on armor.
This is what I'm thinking, is that I think they realize how well the IBO line has done and like kind of reinvigorating sales, especially out here in the West.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Barbados is such a popular suit wherever it is right now. And like, I think Barbados is was now considered one of the most iconic Gundams. That when people think of Gundam, that's one of them that will pop in mind right
away.
Right. I have a feeling that since Bandai realizes how strong IBO kits are doing, that they're actually holding off for some reason. They can't think of making anything. It's an easy fallback. Hey, just put out a Gundam frame. Easy to produce. We don't have anything to do. And this release period, we'll just put one of those out.
It's a good safety net. I think that's how Seed is for them as well. And that's probably why they've held back. Like for example, the real grade strike. Like when that first came out, I was like, okay, cool. I guess that means we're getting the other GAT frames like pretty soon.
Nope.
Nope. Did not get them at all.
Nope.
And that's what I'm kind of thinking.
Though the other GAT frames in RG, I don't know how well those would sell. And I mean, well, if you think about it, most of the RGs that have been produced have been mainly like lead Gundams, and they've been pretty, like, I guess you say, iconic to the series.
I mean, the Aegis is pretty iconic to the series.
Well,
I would argue.
Like, in general, for all the Gundams, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you think about it, RX, Star Zaku 2, the GPO ones, Strike Freedom, Justice, Strike Freedom, Destiny, Expo, Driver. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, but they've thrown some curveballs in there too. They had stuff like Johnny Ridden's Zaku, and they had and like the Justice Gundam. Like there was no high grade Justice Gundam or a Master grade Justice Gundam at the time, but they decided to just jump straight into the real grade line.
That is true.
There's been really interesting choices for them regarding the real grade line. I always thought it was like they would create a high grade, master grade, perfect grade, and then after they perfected that, then they would go over to real grade. That was the trend at the time, but now it's like it's all over the place, and I have no idea.
We don't know what goes through Bandai minds, unfortunately. So yeah. I mean, Bandai likes to change things on a whim, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, back to IBO. Maybe like summer when they normally do, like, hopefully COVID ends by then. But as soon as Shizuoka comes around, when the big May show, maybe something else might get announced there.
Yeah, I mean, here's hoping. But yeah, going back to your whole thing about the IBO and Gundam frames, I think that is crazy because you not only have pre-Calamity War or like Calamity War versions of the 72 Gundam frames, but you also have the post-Calamity War versions of the 72 Gundam frames. And then you also have the modified versions of the post-Calamity War of the 72 Gundam frames.
So this is how I see it for the Calamity War stuff. I remember reading somewhere that after, like, post Calamity War, there's only, I think, 23 of them that are still active. And let me see if I think I'm just looking at the wiki really fast. The only ones that we have actually seen, I'm including side stories, has been Bale, Barbados, Gusion, Astaroth, Marchiosis, Vual, Gremory, Flauros, Chimaris, and Dantaline. Those are the 10. Oh, Wall. Did I say Wall? Yeah, I said Wall, right?
No, I don't think you said Wall.
Okay, let me just count it for you. So there's a total of 10 frames, and there's one I see on here that's called Gundam Seer, but it's redded out, so I don't know what that one looks like or what series that one's from. But yeah, only 10 post Calamity War Gundams. The only one we actually seen out of all of these that were pre-Calamity War is technically Barbados, because the fourth form is technically Calamity War Barbados, the Bale, the Marcosius, and kind of the Gremory, and you got the P-Banded Florals, which is the white variation.
Yeah.
I don't know which version is actually pre-Calamity War, because I remember in the manual for the Chimaris Vidar, they said this version existed in Calamity War, so that one's debatable.
Yeah.
So
interesting. But yeah, but then you also have like different variations and upgrades too. So that's just, it's never ending. You'll never collect all of them. And if you do, you're going to have like 200 model kits.
I will have 200 model kits. I mean, as you've seen, I have quite a collection of Barbadoses in my room.
Yeah. I mean, they look really cool. They look super impressive too. So.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Bandai can easily keep making IBO stuff, and I think people will still eat it up.
I think so too. And I mean, what that means to me is that Bandai is going to stick around for a really long time. It's probably going to be a company that my kids will probably buy into, unfortunately. Bandai is going to take a lot of my money.
For sure. Anyways, on to the next one. This is kind of a basic announcement. The green Zaku. Kind of expected since we got Shinar Zaku. Once you make one Zaku, you can expect the color variations to come out. So nothing really to talk about here. I think the main
for me personally, I was really excited about this release because it is just a more cartoonish, more anime accurate version of the Zaku. Most people, when they see the Zaku as a model kit, the pinnacle form for a lot of people is the origin. And for me, I like to have a lot of my stuff anime accurate. The origin is technically anime accurate, but it's the origin version of the Zaku.
It's more stylized, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's more stylized. There's a lot more external detail. But if you want something to fit in with like your old like anime versions of, these mobile suits, this is the pinnacle high grade Zaku that you want to get. This is what you think of when you see the Zaku. In my mind, smooth lines, not a lot of external detail, kind of cartoonish looking portions. It almost looks like humanoid in some ways. Mm-hmm. And you still have that stellar articulation. You still have really good proportions. You still have a really good price point. I'm assuming it's a good price point. The price point's undecided. Fantastic.
I'm assuming it should be the same as the red Zaku, which is I think 1,600 yen, if I remember correctly. So
I think that 1,600 yen price point is basically like standard pricing now for Bandai's high grades.
Not including IBO. IBO has always been kind of on the lower end.
Yeah, I think we've just been spoiled with IBO and like age stuff, because age stuff was also really cheap. Age stuff was like 1,200 yen.
IBO was sorry, not IBO. Age was around like what? I think around the 1,600 yen normally. So I think they were.
I remember the FX was like 1,600, but then if you look at the Gundam Age 1 normal.
Oh, that was only like 1,200 yen, like $12.
Yeah, exactly. Like those were like easily like 1,200 yen. And like the Gaffrans and stuff like that, they're very, very cheap. But now it seems like a lot of the standard. What's up?
No, we've been spoiled by pricing recently.
Yeah, and so I think Bandai's kind of, now we're in COVID times and Bandai strapped for cash. They're trying to make the standard $16, like straight across the board, $16 for everything. And so the days of $10 model kits are no more.
I think it'll come back at some point, depending on what it is. I mean, specifically with the HGUT line, since Hathaway is coming up, I'm not too familiar with all the suits from Hathaway Splash. And unfortunately, in UC Timeline 100, like the 100 era, their suits are really, really big.
They are. And I think that's kind of the trend too. Like if you see that all the stuff that's coming out, like Unicorn and things like that, have bigger suits, it's easier to kind of push your fans or your patrons to buy more expensive kits, as long as you can justify it. As long as you can say like, hey, this is a new product. We're gonna squeak away with like charging you $3 more.
And unfortunately, with
I've
that,
seen this as a
I feel like that. Unfortunately, with that, we unfortunately get suffered for like master grade line where we don't get as many master grade releases anymore because of that.
Yeah, because I remember there was a time when they would just crank out a master grade like every 3 months or so.
I remember like 2012, 2013, there was like 7 or 8 master grade releases every year. I was like, man, it's a good time. But looking back at 2020, and I do not count the Mgex Unicorn, there's only going to be a total of 3 master grade releases, and 2 of them are technically like reprints, which is the Faz and the Curios. Like,
yeah, actually, that's a good point. Let me see.
the only other year that had like very little master grade releases was 2016. The Freedom 2.0, Full Armor Thunderbolt, and the Psycho Zaku.
That's true.
But
That's
being
very
fair,
true.
2016 was peak IBO, and they were pumping a lot of money into that.
Yeah. 2016, yeah. Freedom Thunderbolt, and Psycho Zaku. 2020, Curios and Faz.
And upcoming Wing Zero custom.
Yep. Actually, is MGEX even considered as part of the master grade line? I guess technically it is, but
it's a master grade, but I don't include it only because it technically gets its own series, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So let's see here. Oh, now that we're kind of looking at this, 2018 wasn't a bad year.
We had quite a decent amount of stuff there.
Yeah, there was a Banshee version Katoki, Deep Striker, F91 version 2.0, the Jagan. Yeah. Dude, I forgot the Jagan. And a Full Saber.
I'm actually surprised they haven't milked Jagan for all the variations, like Stark Jagan or the Echo S Jagan. Like, they would have made money off of those.
I think they're waiting in the same way that we're talking about like the other frames. I think they're just I think they're just waiting. They know that they can milk it, but they're choosing not to.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. But then we have the SDs that Sunny gave a 9 out of 10. We're finally there.
About them. They do look really cool. I'm looking forward to see what other ones they have coming out for all of them. We already talked about which ones were kind of based off of which ones. Only one we don't really know is the Goku Gundam. Unfortunately, that's a big question mark.
I know. Let's give it one more step. Okay, so the V-fin is kind of interesting because it looks like it's a little bit of white with a little bit of red. I can't tell if that's just design of the Goku Gundam.
I think it's the design of the Goku Gundam. I'm trying to find like stock images of it.
All right, let's go on the hunt. Goku Gundam.
Can you imagine just Goku from Dragon Ball just put together with the Gundam?
Yeah. Let's see here.
Okay, I found
someone actually made it.
So somebody says that it's impulse based.
Huh.
And I can kind of see it with the the yellow V-fin, the white V-fin, the blue shoulders, the kind of rounded front area. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can kind of see it. It's a little, it's there. It's there. Huh.
But, it's kind of pushing it. I'm not too sure, though.
Yeah, it's kind of a stretch. Holy crap, this is actually pretty cool. I totally forgot this existed.
What's that?
Oh, hold on. Copy link. Copy image address. pretty cool.
Hey. I remember seeing that a while ago.
Yeah, I forgot this existed.
Oh man. Good
Kind of want to make this now.
You can get to that.
Yeah, no, another time. All right, moving on to the Masquerade. Actually, I was going to ask you, do you collect any of these SDs?
Not really. I mean, I kind of just pick up the SDs that really like intrigue me. So like from this list, I'll definitely get that the new product B one just because it has the ninja mask.
Okay, just to see like how it's constructed and things like that.
I kind of like the ninja aspects of stuff, so I think that one would fit for me.
Okay.
The Nobunaga is kind of just like me being like, that looks cool. I kind of want to get that.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
This looks like it's going to be a tall Gundam or a tall SD.
I'm just interested in seeing some of these ones. Like I don't really care about the Benjamin Gundam. I don't really care about the Sergeant Gundam. Definitely want to get the Nobunaga and the ninja one for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on now.
All right.
The F90 Unit 2. Those are some audacious colors.
I thought it was a Psycho Gundam at first. When I saw the small images, I was like, oh, all right, cool. Psycho Gundam Mark II, whatever. I looked at it, I was like, oh, that's an F90.
Yeah. So interesting to see them. Well, I mean, they're doing like the whole mission packs, and people that don't know, F90, it's kind of like
it's like a
Core Gundam / Strike. It's a different weapon packs, but they're alphabetized. So A pack, B pack, C pack, all the way to Z, and Bandai is doing every single version.
Yeah. How do you feel about the as a Strike fan? How do you feel about the F90?
I mean, technically, this is the before Strike version, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Honestly, I'm kind of whatever on this one, only because I am very off-put to getting them because I have to buy 20. I have to buy 26 F90s, and if I want to be super exact, I need to buy 26 F92 units. I can't do that, and the fact that it's specifically P Bandai only makes it super off-putting.
Do you know?
I like the concept a lot, but I cannot justify it this time around.
Do you know if there's anybody out there that that is a really big F90 fan that they're actually going out and buying?
That likes F90, but I have not seen anyone crazy enough to be like, I'm gonna get every single, F90. I have an F90 unit to put every single armor on. I have not found a single person willing to do that yet.
Yeah, me either. I would really like to talk with them and see what they think.
I would too. I'm very curious. Moving on to the next one. I
think it's the F90 again.
So this one, it kind of surprised me since the iPack came with the F92 release. I know this one says Jupiter Battle specification. I'm not super familiar with the F90 series stuff, so I'm not too sure about the differences. But this is just the pack, judging by the price point, because I know some people were asking, hey, is this the kit and the armor, or is it just the armor? With the price point there, it's just the armor. So
yeah,
I found this one to
no way a Massacre is going to be $20.
Yeah. But yeah, I found this to be a weird release since I figured most people would have gotten the F92. But I guess some people don't like the F92 design, so I guess this is kind of a nice choice. But I think this is still a weird release for Bandai. It makes sense for P Bandai, but I think it's a weird release.
I wonder what they're... So I heard from Walter that buying Gunpla is a little bit different over in Japan than it is here, because there's so many like regular, normal Gundam releases that everybody wants to see something that's just a little bit different. And so I guess that's what this is for. This is to cater to those people that, that just want that one thing that's just a little bit different that's a little bit more unique. That's a little bit more obscure. Because for me personally, I know nothing about F90. I had to look at the Wikipedia in order to figure out what the whole thing of it was.
No, I'm completely same boat. I'm very unfamiliar with the F90 series.
Yeah. I mean, and like more power to people who actually like it and who want to collect all this stuff. But for me personally, like my wallet is like absolutely completely safe. Like there's no doubt in my mind that I will pick one of these things up.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. Very, very impressive people. I guess also back on the whole P Bandai thing is like, I know we had a small discussion over there, but I hate to say it, but there's more P Bandai releases for everything every year now compared to standard releases. And as a fan for Gundam, it's very disheartening seeing that.
It is. I've actually come into a mentality of like trying to figure out how to step away from the purchasing of model kits and now going into like how to develop my skills to work with plastic better.
Like actually like molding your own parts and stuff, right?
Like molding my own parts, like how to use runners or like I spent weeks just looking at videos or like scouring like forums on what to do with your extra runner plastic.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've created some stuff with runners. I mean, I made some action bases that Sunny appreciates. Some like little like ground like diorama scenes. I made that San Diego Gunpla plaque thing out of runners. Yeah, and I find like that's more enjoyable now than actually buying Gunpla. And I find that that's a really sad reality because before the Gunpla was so cheap, you know, you had a lot of the enjoyment in actually trying to find these model kits, picking them up, building them really fast, and then finding another one that you can build really fast again.
Yeah, and then you know, at least you didn't have to be like, oh yeah, this is going to be an exclusive release. I know I can get it normally because they release it normally. Now we're in the market like, hey, some of the stuff we can't even get because you know, and I get it, it's not for everyone, but at the same time, it's like, it's really disheartening.
Just so stressful. Yeah, it's disheartening. And it's really stressful, honestly, to buy Gunpla nowadays because, you know, you don't have all this stuff available to you. If you want to get the thing that you really want, you're going to have to shell out at least, well, we were just talking about this, at least $16 plus tax. And you might not even find it.
Exactly.
So, but I mean, that's just old people complaining about toys. So,
unfortunately, the new generation already got used to it.
Yeah, people who are watching this don't feel disheartened. Just ignore us.
Yeah, we're old fans.
We're sorry.
Anyways, moving on. Next P Bandai announcement is the Geminis Unit 2 Land Battle Heavy Unit. As mentioned, I'm not a G Unit / wing guy, so I have zero clue what this is. Looks really cool. I like full armor stuff.
I mean, I also have zero clue on like what any of this stuff is because I'm just like, I only think I had a chance to read any of the G Unit stuff. I don't know if this is from G Unit. I don't know if this is from a G Unit side story.
I don't know either. I am so confused. It just looked cool.
Yeah, I'm interested to see it all colored up though. I'm sure it'll look pretty awesome.
I do like my full armor stuff, so this might be a thing for me. I don't know. As mentioned, no idea about G Unit, so.
Yeah. Stanley, how often do you buy kits based off of how they look in comparison to how you've seen it on the show?
Definitely my first thing when I buy kits is, one, is it from the show? 2, is it something important from the show? 3, do I think it looks cool? And 4, do I want to complete a set with it? And most of my purchase mentality is always, is it from the show? And do I need to make it so I have a complete set from the show? That's my first and always primary thing. Occasionally, I will get the better of me. It'll be like, that's really cool. I want that. Like, when I first was buying kits, and this is around when the heavy arms came out, I knew nothing about heavy arms. I knew nothing about wing. I just thought Gundam, missiles, big gun. I want it. Like, legit mentality of me then was like, big weapons, big guns. How more American can you get?
All right, gotcha. That's pretty interesting.
Like IBO kits, like the HD IBO kit, besides being cheap, I liked all the Gundam units. I wanted to get all the Gundam units. I don't need all the Grunt units, unfortunately, since not all of them are catered to me, so I can easily say I'll pass on it. But definitely, like, if it's in the animation and I really liked it in the animation, I'll probably want to get the kit for it.
Right. Okay.
Very, very rarely will I see a kit like, for example, the Geminis or the Calamity. I guess not the Calamity, but like the Moon Gundam, which I had nothing, like no knowledge of. I was interested in those because it's just like so much new technology went into it. I wanted to see what Bandai was able to put out now with newer technology, and the Moon Gundam, perfect example. Still, I think the best high grade ever released by Bandai.
Really? You still think that? You still think it's that good?
I still think the Moon holds the title of being best high grade by Bandai. I have nothing bad to say about the Moon Gundam. But yeah, examples like that is like, I want to see what kind of technology they can do going forward. I know the Geminis Unit 1 takes some of their knowledge from the 30-minute mission to see clips and stuff. So a lot of people are not happy about that. But yeah, I don't know how they.
Did you say sorry, did you say the Geminis? A lot of people are unhappy with that kit.
Geminis Unit 1, the only issue people had was that the arms were C-clips. If you're not familiar with that term, it's just like you slide it on there, it clicks, and it's supposed to stay together. But it can, like, if you pull it out, it can pop off.
I didn't know. I haven't seen too much of the Geminis.
Yeah,
so
that was the thing I'm aware of that people were pretty upset about.
Okay. Do you think there's just been a high grade that's come out in recent time that has? You don't think that there's anything that's come out that's competed with the Moon Gundam?
Let me just pull up a quick high grade list. Honestly, most of the kits that's been released this year has been mostly re-rise stuff. There's really not a lot of like UC stuff. Grade Universal Century. I need to like pull up a list. I'm getting forgetful what releases every year now.
Oh yeah, no worries. It's all good.
Honestly,
I'm getting forgetful too.
This year for HDUC, there's only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's only been 7 HDUC kits, and in the actual UC timeline, there's only actually like 4 kits that have been released, which is the Bound Dock, the Charizard 2 Revive, the Messer, and the Beyond Global RX. The other releases have all been alternate universes: Heavy Arms, the Infinite Justice, and the Wyndham. Unfortunately, I think the only one close enough to like Moon Gundam level, like pretty good technology, would be the Messer. I have not received the Bound Dock yet, so I have no info. Like, I can't give my opinion about that.
I've heard a lot of people talk about, so any of those model kits, I've heard lots of people talk about good things about it. The Bound Dock, I've heard very good things. The wing kits, I've heard phenomenal things, but they're just like very good, solid kits.
I think beside that, though, is the one thing that the Moon Gundam specifically, why that one always stood out, was the fact that, one, there is 0 stickers on that kit. It's all plastic only.
Okay.
Second thing also is amount of articulation on it is very, very posable, like 180-degree bends on everything. And Moon Gundam also very notoriously has a very close inner frame, like a complete inner frame. It has a very good pseudo inner frame, if I want to say.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
So
that's pretty cool.
That's why I always consider Moon definitely like 100% one of the best. And for the kit too, I'm looking at it, 3,000 yen, more expensive, but a lot of clear parts. Even comes with an action base too. So I mean, it's like you can't lose with that kit.
Yeah. No, that's making me want to get it now. I actually have wanted to get it for a while, but I never pulled the trigger.
Yeah, this year's kits, the only one I'm really excited for the high grade line is just the Bound Dock, just because it's so different.
Mm.
So, and I mean, I'm glad that, they're kind of, it seems like they're really like wrapping up all the Zeta era suits in high grade in HUC now, which is very, very nice to see. Makes me think maybe they might get to double Zeta, complete all of those there too, like finishing that up. Maybe some, maybe updated versions like revives of the Jagdoga for Charge Counterattack at some point.
That'd be pretty cool.
So lots of potential for stuff. But yeah, I'm glad they're rounding that out. Correction. Revive versions for 0083 I think would be very good. Stardust Memory.
Oh man, people would go crazy over that stuff.
Yeah,
Can you imagine?
I mean, 0083. I mean, going kind of off topic, the Robot Spirits line, the version anime, lots of 0083 stuff, and all those Robot Spirits are super phenomenal. So, who knows? Maybe 0083 might have a random comeback on this. I would really love to see them like revives of it, or maybe like Master Grade 1.5s or 2.0s on those. I'll be totally happy with those.
There's so many people screaming for updates for the Master Grades. So many people.
They are very dated, unfortunately, and I still know GPO2 up there. Everyone willing to buy it.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. But you don't want to sell it?
No, we have it. It's just that they do sell out. It's just not kits produced very often.
Hmm. Yeah.
So, yeah.
But all right, cool. So other than that, we got this real experience model, Rx0 Unicorn Gundam. I don't really know too much to say about that other than that it transforms, and whoever likes bus is gonna be really happy.
Not my thing, unfortunately. So pretty easy pass.
Yeah, pretty easy pass for me too. I'm sorry, Sonny, but we're gonna pass on these. All right, and now we're getting to the. Whew, all right, the more expensive stuff.
Pale Rider. Unfortunately, as we mentioned earlier, I do like my Pale Riders. Premium Bandai. Unfortunately, all Pale Riders have been Premium Bandai. It has the Heavy Gundam arm, and I'm just like instant sold.
Yeah, good luck, buddy. Good luck to Stanley's wallet.
But yeah,
like
I don't know. Oh, sorry. Continue.
Oh no, it's okay. I like the shield though. It's basically a Mark II shield. So I swear, all they're doing is they're getting like all the different weapons that they think are really popular from really popular suits, and they're just slapping it onto a Pale Rider, and they're just saying, "Yeah, this is a new kit. You should give us $20."
Yeah, and unfortunately, they're getting a lot of people because a lot of people do like, the Grunt Suit style stuff. So it works out for them.
Is it working for you?
Don't mention that.
Yeah. All right, and moving on, we got the Mgex 1/100 scale Gundam based limited Unicorn Gundam version TWC.
I don't know what TWC stands for.
I thought it was like a Taiwan thing.
I'm not too sure. I mean, it could be like the Gundam docs for the new and stuff, and then Sazabi that one year. I'm not too familiar.
That's what I was kind of thinking.
So it just looks like maybe slightly different color, like different like off-white, and then like different decals maybe. I'm not too sure on this one.
Yeah, I got.
So I'm assuming it's just decal differences. So pretty easy pass in my opinion.
Oh, there you go. So TWC stands for Tokyo Waterfront City.
So it's
TWC.
So Gundam front / Gundam base.
Pretty much, which is
Usually decal difference.
confusing.
I
It's
think
very
it's also
confusing.
because the original life-size Gundam was by the Waterfront, so I guess it kind of makes sense.
That's true. So I guess it's supposed to be the Mgex that is based off of the 1-to-1 scale Unicorn. So it probably has decals that can make it look like the 1-to-1 scale Unicorn.
Yeah. Same price point as the original release MGEX. So I guess if you really want life-size Gundam in smaller form in your house that lights up, this is the one for you.
Yeah, I guess so. It doesn't auto transform. So good luck with that, guys. Then we got the perfect Gundam version. What I'm assuming that they're talking about here for this master grade is that it is the pinnacle version of a master grade Gundam of the RX-78-2 and not the perfect Gundam, which is a separate Gundam altogether.
So looking at it, I think this is based off of the 3.0 mold, judging by the hands. And pretty much, I think they just took the 3.0 mold and just like anime-fied it up.
So yeah, I was actually thinking about that too, but I was actually going the other way where I thought that this was like an updated 2.0 version. So because it just looks so, I don't know, just cartoony.
It does look cartoony, like, the really long legs, the kind of stout body, long arms.
Right, but then when you look at the hands, you're right. It doesn't look like the 2.0 hands. So that's why I thought like, oh, maybe it's like a mash between the 2.0 and the 3.0. But I have no idea. I don't really know too much more information other than that.
No, I have no idea either. This one is a very interesting announcement, to be honest.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people put some interest in it though. A lot of people are really interested in this, and I feel like was this like the 7th RX-78 that's come out this year?
There's so many RXs this year. It's not even funny, but fitting for the 40th anniversary. The price point isn't that bad though. 3,300 yen.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. It's just
I'm so burnt out, dude. I think the only things it has though is just the beam sabers, and that's it. It doesn't even have the rifle with the shield, which is kind of interesting. So you know what? I could think maybe this is maybe based off of the 1.0 mold, and they just changed up the armor and gave it different hands.
Oh my gosh.
That would be the biggest like slap in our faces.
That would be evil, man. That would be so evil. Like, I mean, I wouldn't put it past Bandai because they did do that. They had that stupid anniversary set that came out. 40th anniversary set where they basically stole.
And another one I just remember now, the Tristan from the HGC line could have been an update for Revive Alex. Nope, they just took the old Alex and just gave it a new head, and it's like, here's a new Gundam. Ugh.
It's frustrating, man.
Yeah. But those of you that are anime accurate purists, I think this is the one for you, maybe.
I guess so. I mean, it is the 1.0. But all right, so more Gundam news. It's the 1/48th scale bust model. So all these people who are really into busts, there you go. There you go.
A lot of the actual walking Gundam, they're making a lot of that stuff, so that's pretty interesting to see.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how much merchandise they're making from the statues.
There is so much of it. I mean, I get it. First actual walking Gundam, period. Very, very cool. Hope I can go to Japan to see it, but hopefully everything clears up by then.
Yeah, my brother was actually in Yokohama for a little bit, and he was able to check out he was able to see it from afar. He took a really blurry picture for me, so I thought that was kind of cool. He actually was able to go to some of the cafes and stuff and pick us up some things. So
great.
Yeah, so we're pretty happy about that. but he still says that most of Yokohama is still shut down. Nobody's coming in or out. So I think they'll probably open it up next year, but who's to say?
Yeah. Someone just sent me, I just found some pictures of the TWC unicorn. Just give me a second. Let me just look at this really fast.
Oh yeah, no worries. But
honestly, I see no difference with it. I see zero difference. Like, it's legitimately just the same thing. I cannot tell if there's any difference, dude.
Between what?
The Mgex TWC version and the regular one. I cannot tell if there's any difference. It looks the absolute same.
Oh, you mean this? The MGEX?
Yeah, I'm so confused, dude. I put it out of my head for now, and then I'll just put it out of my head. I guess to wrap it up, the Shanghai Freedom Gundam that's based off of the upcoming life-size Freedom they're building in China.
Yep.
Yeah,
and I know that we saw that it was going to be a fairly expensive kit. And from the way that I saw it, I thought that this one was just going to be a statue with LEDs inside.
No, I think this is posable, if I remember correctly, no?
It just, from the promotional images I saw in some of the other articles I'd taken a look at, it didn't look like it could actually move. But if it can, then I'm totally okay with that.
I'm assuming because it's Master 100, but you didn't put Master Grade on there, which is interesting.
Yeah, and that's kind of the other thing. Like, they don't specify that's Master Grade or that's RE or anything else, but it looks hyper detailed, and it also looks like
grade,
yeah, it looks very similar to the Master Grade because of its level of detail. But for some reason, when I was looking at other scans or like other information about it, they would just call it a statue. And I was kind of confused on why someone would want to pay about like $200 for a statue. And then I noticed that there was a lot of LED like gimmicks in it. So
in this one or in the actual
in this
kit
1/100 scale kit, yeah.
Oh, one second. I found some images here. Okay, so it just called 100 though, but it does look like it's posable. I don't see where these LEDs you're talking about them.
Let's see if I can find it again.
I think it's. I don't know. Like, I want to say it's the Master Grade one, the 2.0 Master Grade, but I don't know. I think it's the
very weird, and it's hard for me to really put my finger on what exactly this is.
So I'm looking at it. I think they took the old 1/100 Freedom, or they took the old Master Grade Freedom and they just like hyper stylized it up. Wait, correction. It's the old 1/100 one. I'm looking at the V-fin. Look at the V-fin. It has the little nub marks that the old school stuff has.
Oh yeah. So I'm looking at that one right now. The colored prototypes for the 1/100 Freedom Shanghai version.
Mm-hmm. So it's the old 1/100 Freedom used as a base. That's pretty disappointing, to be honest.
That's dirty, man. That's this right here. That's the one point. That's what we were just talking about.
Yeah. Man, oh man. That's yeah. I don't want to say anything more because I could have just said something really bad, so I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut.
So good luck, China.
Yeah, that's a big no-no for me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see. I'm sure there's gonna be a couple people who pick it up. And I'm sure they'll review it or let people know about it.
Yeah, so. But for me personally, I can say big no for me.
Yeah. All right.
And then last of all, obviously the SD kit, but it's the SD Freedom Game Shanghai. Not much to say.
Yeah, there's really not much to say about this thing, and the price is still undecided, so I'm sure they're going to mark it up by about $5.
Which is unnecessary for it, unfortunately.
Completely unnecessary, but it is what it is.
Yep.
Wow. Well, we finally went through every single model kit that was supposedly released. So what are your impressions about it, Stanley? What do you think are going to be the kits that you're going to aim for?
100% sure. Besides the IBO one, because I talked very happy about that. Definitely the RG Hainu is on my list to grab. Definitely also want to get the MG Virtue to line it up. I am debating about the Mark V though, because I'm pretty interested in seeing how they do it. I do kind of want to get the Dagger L just because it's just like a very plain grunt suit. Pretty excited for that. As mentioned, not a big wing guy, so I'm not sure how I want to get the Dust Scythe at this point. Maybe I will just to have it, but for me, yeah. But yeah, I mean, lots of very big bombshell announcements, and I think that's a very good thing. Constantly bringing out cool stuff to re-release and stuff. Yeah, I'm looking forward to see what else they announce in 2021. What about yourself?
Yeah, honestly, I'm pretty excited as well. I think I would have to say the first page has a lot of the stuff that I'm really interested in. To be honest, I'm pretty excited to see what the Kasi looks like. In terms of purchases, I've limited myself to $100 a year on just Gundam. A year. $100 a year for Gundam purchases. So if I were to pick something for that $100, it has to be the real grades. Yeah, it has to be the real grades.
I'll go on a limb and say, I'll go on a limb and say, I guess at least like $25 for the RG wing by basic real grade pricing. The high new, I don't know. I'm gonna assume it's gonna be like the regular new, maybe a bit more. So I'll put that around like the $50 range.
Yeah, I think probably $50 for the high new, probably about $25 for the wing. And if I'm really being honest, the thing that's really sticking out for me is the Kasi Gundam.
Just because it's so different, right?
It's so different. It's going to be giant and huge. I'm just interested to see what the experience is going to be. But I also know that somewhere down the line, because the real grade line has been so popular, they are going to they're going to create a real grade for this. Like, let's be honest, they're going to create a real grade for this, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be like $100. and I'm going to say, crap, I shouldn't have picked up this high grade.
I don't know. Like, honestly, as you mentioned before with the real grade line, they seem very selective on it right now.
Right now, yeah. But, give it another, 10 years, it'll be out. And I'm pretty sure I'll be building Gundams 10 years from now.
I know I am for sure. That's my job.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I mean,
but yeah.
Glad we got through all of it. Don't know what else is gonna come out this upcoming year. Yeah. I'm curious to see what they're gonna do. From what I see though, it's very wing/seed oriented year, so probably a calm down on UC. I mean, Hathaway's Flash is not released until May in Japan, so maybe by then it's more like Hathaway stuff. But from what it looks like, no new Gundam IPs beside the SD line and Hathaway. So,
all right, I guess we'll look forward to that then, because I mean, I feel like Bandai is really just leaning towards that seed and wing lineup, and they're really pushing themselves for that.
Now I think about it, I'm going back to 2012 specifically. Well, 2012 was big for high grade Universal Century because 2012 was still like Unicorn era, so they had a lot of stuff. But if you go to the master grades, and because I kind of use master grades as my guiding point on stuff, 2012 didn't have any like major series besides episode 6 release of
of Unicorn.
Yeah. So 2012, what did we have for Master Grade releases? We had Heavy Arm, Duel, the Age 1s, the Banshee, the Marsai, the Age 2s, and the new Verkal. Like, nothing for the new IP minus Age, which was the previous year. 2013 was different since, well, for Master Grades, 2013 was actually the final Unicorn episode, so that was a big deal. 2013 had a lot of hits in that release period, which was the big thing 2013 brought was OG Build Fighter, so all the high grades was dedicated to that. But for Master Grades, you had a lot. You had Toggy, Sinanju, Derizo, Sinanju OVA, Jesta, Ailstrike Remastered, the Tori, Double Bullet, Gyaradoga. That was a loaded year. Sazabi was the big December kit for that year too. So
yeah, no, I'm looking at the Gundam Wiki 2013 tab, and yeah, I remember that year. I remember people were like freaking out over like every single kit that was coming out. It was such a good year.
2012, 2013 was such a wild year for releases.
Yeah, and then 2014 really did follow suit, honestly.
2014 was nice, I would say, for like Build Fighter guys. You got, the Build Strike. I know that was a big deal.
But we got the X Gundam, which was really solid. We got Turn X, Hainu.
Hainu, yeah. Didn't really care about the Stray, unfortunately. So the Build fans had a nice to see Gundam X, but after that, 2015 on, it slowly like got smaller and not so much exciting stuff releases.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, Bandai's been working on other stuff, so it's it's not that bad. Yeah. I think there's enough variety out there right now. There's actually just too much variety out there for us to keep track of everything.
Well, at least looking at 2021, we're already getting more Master Grades than 2020.
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
Yeah. It's pretty sad, but
yeah. But anyway, thanks for being on with me for about an hour. So
I felt like longer, but it's okay.
Yeah, definitely. But thanks, Stanley. Really appreciate it. And,
no problem. It was my pleasure.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I guess we'll catch everybody next time.
See you guys.